Marc-André Leclerc was a Canadian rock climber and alpinist. Known for his solo ascents of numerous mountains in several parts of the world, he completed the first winter solo ascents of the Torre Eiger in Patagonia and the Emperor Face of Mount Robson. In 2021, a documentary called The Alpinist was released about Leclerc's life and climbs. Early life. Marc-André Leclerc was born on October 10, 1992, in Nanaimo, British Columbia, to Michelle Kuipers and Serge Leclerc. When Marc was 8 years old, he was introduced to climbing when his grandfather bought him Chris Bonington's book, Quest for Adventure. At age 9, Marc had his first climbing experience in Coquitlam, on an indoor climbing wall inside a shopping mall. Later that year, he joined a gym in Abbotsford called Project Climbing. In 2005 his family moved to Agassiz, near the Cascade Range peaks, and Leclerc began teaching himself how to mountain climb. Leclerc would ride his bike out to Harrison Bluffs, a rock climbing area in British Columbia, to climb and spend the night there alone. When he was 15 years old, his mother bought him a copy of Mountaineering, The Freedom of the Hills. The book inspired him to join the British Columbia Mountaineering Club, through which he quickly made a name for himself in the mountaineering community. He started competing and quickly began winning age group competitions and later went on to win the Canadian Nationals in 2005. Climbing career. In 2015, Leclerc spent a lot of time in southern Argentine Patagonia. On February 21, he completed his first solo ascent of the Corkscrew on Cerro Torre. Leclerc wrote on his blog that soloing the Corkscrew felt like a brief step into the future, so to speak. In his efforts to fulfill his lifelong dream of becoming an explorer, Argentinian climber and mountain guide Rolando Garibaldi wrote that Leclerc's ascent of the Corkscrew was one of earth-shifting proportions, by far the hardest route ever soloed on Cerro Torre and only the 7th solo overall. Later that year, Leclerc completed the second known free solo ascent of the Tomahawk/Exocet link up on Aguja Standard in Patagonia and then proceeded to conquer the Torre Eiger, completing his Torres solo trifecta. In 2016, Leclerc completed the first solo ascent of the Infinite Patience route on Mt. Robson's Emperor Face. After completing this climb, he wrote on his blog that he was intimidated by strong aura, but in the end, we became friends, and the king generously shared his wealth, leaving me a much richer person indeed. Death. On March 5, 2018, Marc-André Leclerc and his climbing partner, Ryan Johnson, reached the narrow summit via a new route on the north face of the Mendenhall Towers. The duo were expected to make it back to base camp by March 7 but never arrived, prompting Juneau Mountain Rescue to search for the missing climbers. The search was interrupted for a few days due to poor weather conditions, and when the storm had finally passed after 4 days, the search team discovered ropes at the bottom of the climbers' descent route. This suggests that the climbers were struck by an avalanche, falling rock, or cornice from above. Their bodies were never recovered. Selected notable climbs. 2013 The Temptation of St. Anthony, Squamish, first free ascent. 2014 Mount Sless, Cascade Range triple link up of East Pillar Direct, Navigator Wall, Northeast Buttress, free solo in 12 hours, 4 minutes. 2015 Reverse Torre Traverse, Patagonia first ascent. 2015 Directed a la Mentira Cerro Torre North Face, Patagonia, first ascent. 2015 The Corkscrew Cerro Torre, Patagonia, first solo ascent. 2015 Tomahawk/Exocet link up Aguja Standard, Patagonia, on-site free solo. 2015 free ascent of the Muir Wall on El Capitan. 2016 Mount Tuzo, Canadian Rockies Northeast Face. First ascent of the face. 2016 Mount Robson, Canadian Rockies Infinite Patience. First solo ascent. 2016 East Pillar Torre Aguirre, Patagonia, first solo winter ascent. 2017 Hauling Peak, Mount Lawrence Grassy Cheesemond Express, premature ejaculation, northeast face free solos. 2017 Rim Wall, Canadian Rockies Pinko, first free solo ascent. 2017 Echo Canyon, Canadian Rockies Tall Story first free solo ascent. 2018 Mount Sless, Cascade Range Northeast Buttress, free solo in winter, second winter ascent, first winter free ascent. 2018 The Theft, British Columbia, Canada, second ascent. 2018 Jupiter Shift on Station D in the Sless Cirque. 2018 North Face of the Main Tower, Mendenhall Towers, first ascent.